This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per top.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
I just finished traveling Southeast Asia for 41 days, and I usually always get sick when I travel, and quite frankly, eating is difficult for me. It's hard to find a restaurant, and I'm spoiled in Austin with my personal chef. Well, I took these little packets with me this time, 30 of them, in my carry-on suitcase. They kept me totally healthy with 11 different secret ingredients. You can see them at nathanlatka.com/juice. I'll tell you more later on in the show. That's nathanlatka.com/juice. This is episode 673, and coming up tomorrow morning, you guys are going to learn from Ramin Sayer of Sumo Logic. They've passed 1,300 customers, so if you're listening right now trying to get your first customers, you want to listen to this because Ramin has driven so much success. They've now raised $140 million. He breaks down the tactics, the emails, the phone calls he used to raise that money. And now they're flirting with $100 million in annual recurring revenue. And I asked him, Ramin, are you going to go public? So if you guys listening have aspirations to go public one day, you want to listen bright and early tomorrow morning and every morning when I release that new episode. Good morning, everybody. My guest this morning is Jeroen Corthout. He's the co-founder and CEO of Salesflare, the intelligent CRM that startups and small businesses love to use. Now, prior to Salesflare, he was helping companies to implement the new CRM, marketing, and sales. Salesflare kicked off when he and his co-founder, Lieven, found a way to automate their CRM data. Salesflare's mission is to automate everything in sales, but the irreplaceable human contact. Jeroen, are you ready to take us to the top?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm doing good. Thanks for coming on. So tell us, we got a little bit of a hint, but tell us what Salesflare does and what's your business model? How do you make money?
Yeah, so we help startups mostly to make their sales more productive, to always have the right data about the right customers, to communicate better, manage their pipeline better. And how we make money is that we basically sell licenses, good old SaaS model. So we sell Salesflare in a licensing model, which is really straightforward. Just 30 a month when you pay annual and 35 a month when you pay monthly.
And is that your only price point? So the average customer is paying $30?
One plan, yeah.
So it's simple. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we keep it simple.
That's good. And give us some history here. When did you launch the company?
We started halfway 2014. Lieven and I were working on a software company. We had tons of leads. We wanted to follow them up efficiently, like we all want to do. But we hated keeping all the info manually throughout the process. And I've been assisting companies before with CRM sales and marketing, like I just said. I knew there was no solution to keep all info for us automatically, so we started building it. And Salesflare is now an intelligent sales CRM that basically pulls all the CRM data for you. From emails, calendar, phone, social media, company databases, email and web tracking, so on, so that you always have all the customer data without lifting a finger yourself. Mm-hmm. And on top of that data, we're building a lot of automation and intelligence. So right now there's an automatic to-do list. There's indicators when a customer is hot. You get a notification. You can see who your colleagues know at a company and how well, so this kind of stuff. We're building on top of this massive data. And
Jeroen, is this, you guys have self-funded this or you've raised capital?
We've largely self-funded, so we had some money from an accelerator.
Which one?
Some subsidies, some loans. It's a accelerator here in Antwerp, Belgium. It's called Telenet Kickstart. And then also from iMinds iStart, another accelerator.
How did they both work? Do they take equity for, say, $100,000, or what was the relationship there?
So the one was 25 for no equity, nothing attached in the end. And the other one took a convertible loan.
Okay, for how much?
That a convertible loan for $50K.
Okay, so you guys all in. If you combine the accelerator money plus any friends and family plus your own money, how much have you sunk in so far?
think we've raised, if you take in loans and everything, subsidies, I think we've raised around, let me think. I think 700K.
Okay. And what's given you like the flexibility to do this? So had you saved up a bunch of money in 2014 and that's why you kind of had a platform to, you know, invest in a new product on? Give us a sense of where you were at in your life.
I was basically doing consulting, which I advise to everyone, as long as you're not ready to go full time, do some consulting. And when you feel the moment is there, you can make the switch quite easily. And then we got money from the accelerator, we got money from another accelerator, and got kind of piled up. And we're currently doing another convertible round, like a real one with investors.
For how much?
We've raised 250K now, and we're going to 350.
And how do you think about? I assume this note will kind of have a cap on it. What's the cap?
I won't tell you that. That's
why not?
Because it.
I mean, that doesn't really it doesn't really matter.
We set to VCs, etc. So I'd like to keep that private.
Okay. Where are you? So you launched in 2014. What are you guys at now in terms of total customers?
I'd like to keep that private as well.
Why?
I mean, because we basically compete with some big names, and when I say customer numbers, it will feel like we're a small company compared to them.
Yeah, but Jeroen, you and I had a conversation before I had you on, and what did I tell you? I said a lot of our listeners are brand new startups. Like you're worried about sharing this because you think you're going to be embarrassed, and that's not the case. They want news stories. So I mean, how many customers are you at? 100, 1,000, 50, 10?
We're past 100.
Okay, past 100, but
100 and 1,000.
Okay, that's fine. So range is good. And tell me again, why don't you want to share that kind of information? I mean, everyone has to start at zero, so why would that embarrass you?
It doesn't embarrass me per se, but it gives people the feeling that you're a small company, and people have issues trusting small companies, even if they have great products. They're always like probing you, like. We've been through that, and now it's better. But I remember a lot of calls where people are like, so how many customers do you have? Because people don't want to put their data in products that are not going to live.
Yeah.
We're past that point now, but it's still they're still comparing you to big names. And we're a big name in terms of product, but not a big name like in terms of size yet. So.
Yep. So I mean, I'll do the math. So if you're between 100 and 1,000, and your ARPU is around 30, you're doing somewhere between 30 grand per month and 300 grand per month in terms of revenue. Is that accurate?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it can't be something like 30 and 300 grand is a huge range. You have to be somewhere in that range, right? That's a huge range. People still have to do plenty of guesswork. So where are you guys based?
We're based in Antwerp, Belgium.
Belgium. Okay. And what's your team size currently? What are you guys at?
We're 6.
6 people. Very good. And are these mostly engineers or what?
So it's 3 people currently working on building the product, and 3 people on selling the product and delivering the customer service and all this kind of stuff. Okay.
By the way, I did that math wrong. At a minimum of 100 customers times 30, you got between 3 grand and 30 grand, not 30 grand and 300 grand.
Well, then you kind of know where we're at. So
why didn't you correct me when I just said between 30 and 300 grand? You just smiled and played it off.
Because I like people to think we're bigger than we are.
Why? You know, some people, I have to tell you this, some people love small companies because they have more flexibility and they'll bend to what the customers want. You have this assumption in your brain that you're like weak because you're small, and that you can totally turn that into a strength.
No. It is our strength. People, our customers tell us that we actually listen to them instead of the big competitors that we're against.
Totally. So why not? Like, I mean, there's a sales pitch for anyone listening right now that's trying to get their first customer that sounds like this. We have 5 people, really, really smart. Here's our initial product. We will bend to anything you're interested in. Let's have a Skype call every week and use us like your outsourced dev team, but for free. I mean, that's how you pitch yourself as a small business and have it be a huge strength.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Okay, cool. All right, let's talk more about the market. So, I mean, how do you beat a HubSpot free CRM?
Yeah, exactly. Well, In terms of HubSpot, we have a few integrations that go much further than HubSpot. They don't scrape email signatures. The connection with the mailbox is much less there. We have some more automation, and I always like to believe that our interface is nicer. But that's up to people, of course. If people like free, then basically you lose them.
Well, hold on, Jeroen. Everybody likes free.
No, but there's people that insist on free, and there's people that like free. And if people understand that CRM is crucial to a business, and you rather have a good one that is not free than a
well, you're making the assumption. You're making the assumption that it's not good if it's free. Right, which is a completely false assumption. A large company can subsidize a big product like Amazon did with diapers to put the diapers.com out of business.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why HubSpot's doing what they're doing.
I completely understand why they're doing what they're doing, but try our product and you'll see that it's better than HubSpot.
Yeah, but so how do you beat them though? I mean, that's the key. I mean, let's say that you are better than them. When I do a tick by tick measurement of like, is it better? Is the data better? Let's say you are better. Yeah. That analysis does not matter if they out distribute you. So how do you beat them from a distribution perspective? How do you get more people to try yours? And then you're making the assumption that once they try you, they're going to stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most people stick after they try.
My question is, how do you get more people to try? How do you beat HubSpot's distribution channels?
That's indeed that's a big channel, and it's not just HubSpot. Huh? There's a huge market full of CRMs. It's just what we're aiming at is sales automation, and providing data in an automated way, but also making sales more and more automated. And there's very little companies in that space. So that's good. Most companies are trying to build an easy sales CRM or just a moldable database or something. And by our focus, we are moving faster than most companies on the product end. Of course, HubSpot's distribution channels are huge, and we'll never be able to compete with that. But on the product side, we can certainly compete.
And what is so a good measurement of kind of product value is to take a look at churn. So what's your monthly customer churn in terms of, not in terms of revenue, just in terms of customers?
Very low. I think we haven't even lost a handful of customers so far.
Okay. So that, I mean, how many customers have you lost? You said you have a minimum of 100. How many have started paying and then stopped paying?
3, I think.
Okay. And this was over, you said you launched in 2014. So is it fair to say that over 3 years you've grown to?
No, we launched our product beginning of 2015, and we got our first paying customer. That was really beta stuff. We had our first customer end of 2015.
Okay, so you got your first customer out of 2015. So you had all of 2016, the first few months here of 2017. You've grown it to about 100. You've lost about 3 over that period.
Yeah.
Look, that's actually, I mean, assuming you're measuring this, how most companies measure it, for the SMB space at a $30 price point, having 3 people churn over 2 years is actually extremely low. I mean, that's shockingly low. Yeah. Usually you're seeing SMB churn anywhere between 4 and 8% monthly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it plays out from here. It's not like we have the huge amount of users yet to see a very accurate churn. That's what we have right now.
How are you acquiring customers currently?
Oh, we do all the usual stuff, but we try to do it better. So we have a blog, and we distribute the content to lots of places. We're doing outbound emailing, presence on different sites, presence on social media. But we're currently mostly focusing on is making startups successful in terms of sales.
Yeah, but where
we noticed that a lot of our
Jeroen, my question though is like, where are you getting new customers from? I understand your focus, I understand what you're doing, but like, are you spending on paid advertising? Is it from Facebook? Is it from Twitter? Where are you getting new customers?
No, we don't do so much paid advertising. We only do paid advertising to distribute our content better, and that's on Facebook mostly. A lot of our customers recently are coming from Product Hunt. Because we were on Product Hunt 2-3 weeks ago, and that was huge.
You had said on your Facebook page that Product Hunt had driven you about 200 new trials, 4,000 unique visitors to the website, 763 upvotes.
That was just in 2 days.
Got it.
After this, our traffic is still higher than it was before.
So how many total? You said you have about more than 100 paying customers. How many trials have tried the platform between mid 2015 and now?
I have no idea. Like this.
Come on, Jeroen. That's like a number one thing that you would brag about. How does a CEO and founder of a company not know how many trials have tried your product?
No, I really don't know.
Why do you not? But okay, then tell me why that's not important to you. How can you lead a company and track your conversion metrics if you don't know your top of funnel number?
No, I track the conversion. So I track the amount of people that convert on the website. I track the amount of trials we have in 2 weeks. And I track how many paying customers we add because we have our targets on that.
So over the last 2 weeks, how many new trials have signed up?
You see, I think we're around 250 now.
Okay, and on average, how many of them convert into a paying customer?
That very much depends. We're somewhere between 5 and 10%. It varies week to week.
That's pretty healthy. And what are some of the things you're doing inside the application to increase the likelihood that someone converts to a trial to a paying customer?
Yeah, we try to make the value as apparent as quickly as possible. Mm-hmm. So when people come on the software, first they get an explanation about what Salesflare does for them. Then it goes through the different steps to set it up. It gives a small walkthrough, and then basically immediately when you're there, there's already some data in there. While most CRMs start empty, in Salesflare, when you go to the contacts, there's contacts already with information, and you can start clicking on them and making accounts, which makes it much quicker to get started.
All right, Jeroen, good stuff, man. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. You can breathe like a sigh of relief. These are like pancake questions compared to the other ones I've asked, all right? Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Business book. The one that I read a few times recently was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's not really a business book, but it's kind of a business book, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying currently?
I'm not studying anyone in particular, but I've been reading some biographies. Tony Hsieh from Zappos, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos. It's interesting to see how they build their business and on what ground and what values. It's a good inspiration.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool, like Acuity scheduling? Zapier, yep, good one. Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
7 to 8. It depends.
And what's your current situation? Married, single, do you have kids?
I'm married. Not married, marrying.
Engaged.
No kids. Engaged, yeah.
Engaged, not married yet. And how old are you, Jeroen?
I am 32.
Okay, last question. Take us back 12 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
When I was 20, I was really committed to studying. I had some side projects, like selling cell phones, making websites and stuff. I wish I started bigger things earlier. I wish I understood that if you just think a bit bigger, you can make bigger things and learn quicker.
Guys, there you have it from Jeroen. He wishes he started thinking bigger earlier. His company now that he's focused on is called Salesflare, launched in beta 2014, first paying customer 2015 now. Over 100 paying customers, paying $30 a month. Again, focused on this intelligent sales CRM space. $700,000 raised, currently raising a capped note in the process of doing that right now. Jeroen will stay in touch. In the meantime, thanks for taking us to the top.
Yeah, thank you.
If you enjoyed Jeroen today, go back and listen to Adam yesterday, where he breaks down how to use your agency to launch a SaaS product.
It would mean the world to me if you guys got any value from this episode, if you would go leave a review on iTunes right now and then subscribe. You know, I hustle like heck to get these episodes out every freaking day for you guys, and trust me, I love it. I would do it with no listeners, but boy, oh boy, it makes my day and it makes my team's day when we see great reviews and get your feedback. So thanks so much.
Okay, Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars, and I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google Ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google, right, when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan. So guys, I'm so glad to be back in Austin. I just got back from a major tour of Southeast Asia, went to Sydney, Bangkok, Bali, and Japan. And, you know, I always get sick when I travel. And this particular trip, my gosh, 15 different airports, 20 different hotels. I mean, imagine flushing in airport bathrooms. I was worried about germs and getting all the nutrition I need. I mean, finding a restaurant in Japan, difficult because nothing's in English. So it's hard enough to figure out the train system. But my point is, I had a guy named Drew Canoli on the show who said, Nathan, if you're concerned about that, take these little green packets with you. You just mix them once per day with water. They'll keep you super healthy. You get all your nutrients, and they'll keep you from getting sick. So I took them. And guys, they worked unbelievably well. I got no sickness, just mixed them with water once per day. They didn't make my water bottles all sticky. That's like nice. A lot of these mixers, they make them sticky. It was very clean and smooth. Took them once per day, never got sick. So they've got 11 superfoods, and they're perfect if you're not traveling, but you're just on the go from your office to work. So you can check them out at nathanlatka.com/juice. That's nathanlatka.com/juice.